Hey guys, it's Mike here. Welcome to Autovlog. In today's video, we have the 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque Lincoln MKZ. I've been waiting for this opportunity to film this car for a very long time, and thanks to South Hills Lincoln of Pittsburgh, they've been very generous to let me review their car today. 400 horsepower. So yeah, 400 horsepower, all-wheel drive in a Lincoln, mid-size sedan. For those of you who follow my channel, you recently saw my Ford Fusion Sport review, the 2017, where I was a little disappointed. I felt that the power and the performance numbers that were promised up front were going to produce a little more. But with this Lincoln, we have 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque, and the two vehicles are on the same platform. Now, the Lincoln only weighs about 150 pounds more than the Fusion, so I've been anticipating how this would feel. And I must say, I'm very, very impressed. For 2017, the Lincoln MKZ was not completely redesigned, but it did get a facelift. The front fascia is absolutely gorgeous, where it shares the same grille with the new Lincoln Continental. Rear fascia looks pretty much the same, and I like that. I think the rear of the Lincoln MKZ is absolutely gorgeous. It is a beautiful vehicle, very stylish, luxurious looking, and just a clean design of the Lincoln MKZ. We're going to go over more of the interior in a bit, but for now, I just want to drive this car. It has so much power. I'm currently driving in the normal drive mode, and on the gear selector that Lincoln has, if you put it in sport, wow, it quickly gets up to 60 miles an hour. Now, unlike my Ford Fusion, when you put the transmission in sport mode, it not only sharpens the throttle response and stays in gear longer, revs higher, it also tightens the suspension. The Lincoln MKZ is phenomenal on windy roads. It handles so well. As you could see in my previous POV video of this car, it is just fantastic. And I love the engine sound. There is induction noise in the Lincoln MKZ, just like in the Ford Fusion, but it sounds more like a raw V6. I know it's a bigger engine. It's a 3-liter instead of a 2.7, but it just sounds better. It sounds natural. Wow. I mean, those 400 pound-feet of torque, they are so noticeable. It's low-end torque. It comes on right away. I'm very, very impressed. This is a nice car to drive. And since I'm used to this size of the vehicle, the same platform as I own the Ford Fusion, it is familiar to me size-wise, but it's just so different when you get into a car. I mean, I'm not going to say get into the same car because they're so different. This is not a Ford Fusion interior or just the feel of it at all, but there are similarities in this car, but this car is just so different. It's so much quicker. It handles even better. Now for the interior, the Lincoln MKZ has gotten some upgrades. Steering wheel slightly redesigned or upgraded design from the previous model. Center stack is new. Gone is the annoying little touchscreen swipe with your finger type feature that it had. Now it's more outlay of buttons, which is so much easier to operate, and it looks a whole lot better as well. The Lincoln MKZ now finally has Sync 3 as well, which just in itself makes the interior so much better. We have the amazing Revel sound system. It's a 19 speaker system.
While they're on the...
Never does justice on video, but it's just, yeah, I'm blown away. This is such a nice car. Seats feel different from the previous MKZ even, and definitely from my car, the Ford Fusion. Heated and cooled seats. This specific MKZ comes with the massaging seats as well, the multi-contour seats. Leather-wrapped steering wheel feels amazing. I mean, the Lincoln MKZ, they're more towards the luxury end type of consumers than hardcore performance consumers. But this is a very, very nice mix of the two. Yes, finally. So as for driving the new 2017 Lincoln MKZ, I was pleasantly surprised. It doesn't feel like my Ford, so that's what I wanted to feel, was that it was different from what I'm used to driving, even though they're on the same platform. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park the car and we'll take a look at the new exterior features as well as interior features of the all-new 2017 Lincoln MKZ. For 2017, the Lincoln MKZ got a revised and updated front fascia, a new front grille, new signature LED lighting, and also adaptive headlights. It's a very nice upgrade in my opinion. It looks so much better than the previous 2013 to 2016 models of the Lincoln MKZ. The one we're seeing here today is in the color Shadow Black. And the Lincoln MKZ comes in several different wheel options. This one having the polished aluminum 19-inch wheels. But to me, a positive is that the Lincoln MKZ kept its rear fascia design. I love these tail lamps. It looks so good, the LED rear tail lamps. And you have the big Lincoln badging across the back here. The main ingredient in today's review of the Lincoln MKZ is the 3-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost engine, only available in a Lincoln. And we'll pop the trunk here. And as you can tell, plenty of cargo space in the trunk of the Lincoln MKZ. And also it is a power assisted open and close feature. That is different from, let's say, the Ford Fusions. They do not get that. And we have a dual exhaust setup. Now the key fob for 2017 is new as well. Very nice design. You have an unlock button, the lock button, remote start, trunk release, and your panic button. So to remote start it, just hit the lock button once and double click. Shut it off by hitting once. And note the beep sound for locking instead of the horn. I like that. Now the Lincoln MKZ we have here today has the 3-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost engine that is only available for the Lincoln so far. Using 93 octane fuel, it produces 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. In my opinion, it makes Lincoln very relevant again in the mid-size sedan segment to have a vehicle that can produce these type of performance numbers. I'm very impressed by driving this car, the comfort and also the performance that it has. Let's jump inside and take a look at the interior of the 2017 Lincoln MKZ. Now I'm keeping my key fob in my pocket, and we're just going to walk right up to the vehicle. There's sensors behind every door handle. So all you do is put your hand on the door handle and the vehicle unlocks. You can also lock it by putting your finger on this sensor right here. So we open the door. Black interior. Also on the door panel here, pretty soft surface up top, and even down here you have a wood grain insert as well, and then these gorgeous speakers for the Rebel audio system. I mean, they don't just sound nice, it looks good as well. Very nice feature. These buttons are the same from the previous model year. You have your memory settings for 2 different drivers, and then obviously your windows up and down, fully automatic, and your power windows, or side mirrors, I'm sorry, as well. Full power seats, power lumbar, and also multi-contour seats in this version of the MKZ. Now what we'll do first, I've just been sitting in the driver's position here, and this is the amount of legroom you'll have if you're sitting behind someone my height, and I am 6'2". I mean, this is not a full-size sedan. It is a little cramped, but I mean, I fit back here. It's no problem. I could also move the driver's seat up a little bit, but otherwise it's very, very comfortable back here. Now we have heated seats for rear passengers. And the inflatable rear seat belts. And then cup holders for rear passengers as well. Alright, so let's jump inside. Power folding mirrors. Okay, so for the steering wheel, very nicely leather wrapped steering wheel. Good feel, it's soft feel. But what we can see on this one here has some wood trim on it. It's a nice look. And buttons are in the same position as for the previous model year. But on this one here, we have adaptive cruise control sitting right here. And we have buttons on the left side of the steering wheel, which control the left instrument cluster. And basically what we have here is trip meters, fuel economy, driver assist settings, and other settings as well. So for driver assist settings, you have your blind spot information system that is located on the left side of the side mirror. Basically a light that comes on whenever someone's in your blind spot to let you know to stay in your lane. Then we have cross traffic alert, cruise control, driver alert, and so on. We have settings here where you can choose how stiff you want the suspension while driving in normal drive mode. So you can have comfort, normal, and sport. And the same for sport here, you have either normal or sport. And then performance and sport, normal or sport. And that pertains to the transmission and the throttle response and so on. So obviously you want to keep it in sport whenever you put the transmission in sport. So the middle instrument cluster, we have a digital speedometer, and it's controlled by the buttons on the right side of the steering wheel. And over here we have entertainment, navigation, phone, and you can basically toggle through all those features right from the steering wheel. And then I've always liked the tachometer and the speedometer of the Lincolns. Very nice look compared to the Fords. And then as we move on to the center stack here, as I mentioned briefly on the test drive here, it's a redesigned center stack where previously you had a sliding touchscreen feature for both the fan speed and also the volume controls for your audio. So now we have regular turn buttons, and for the tune as well, and then for your fan speed it's right here. That's a massive upgrade in my opinion. I didn't really like the previous system they had for the fan speed and also the volume. And then this is new as well for your temperature. Click up or down on both sides. Obviously it has dual climate control where you can set the temperature individually for each side. And then we have your heated and cooled seats here. And up here is the gear selector. Some people like this, some people don't. I actually am starting to like it even on the Fords as well as the Lincolns, where it frees up a lot of space in the mid-console area here. So the Lincolns have a cubby right here, or the Lincoln MKZ has a cubby right here. You have a USB port. Then as you can tell here, I have some water in the cup holder, a wallet and keys, and so on here. And if we open the middle armrest here, you have coins and storage compartments there as well. We have the Rebel audio system. It is fantastic. Wish I could do a better demonstration for you guys, but it is really, really, really nice. For 2017, Lincoln has the Sync 3 infotainment system. It is excellent. I've gone over this in a lot of my Ford reviews, but just to do it real quick here, you have a menu bar underneath here that is always accessible no matter where you're at, what feature you're using on the touchscreen. So we have sound here. Basically, you can obviously set your different sound settings with bass and treble and so on, and then you have your clock, Bluetooth, Sirius, navigation, excellent navigation system. And the Sync 3 infotainment system in general is just very responsive. As you can see here, you can swipe it just like a smart tablet, and as soon as you click on it, it'll respond to you. This MKZ also has the multi-contour seats. Fantastic feature for longer trips for driver and passenger. And you have climate down here if you don't want to use the buttons on the center stack. You have climate settings up here as well. And just a lot of different features here. Settings, like we were just looking at. And also, to go back to the steering wheel, excellent voice command capabilities.
Please say a command.
Frank Sinatra.
Tuning to Frank Sinatra.
So anything you really need the vehicle to do when it comes to technical features is accessible here from the steering wheel. You can tell the car what climate you want. Obviously, as you just saw here, what music you want to listen to, and so on. It's about 900 to 1,000 voice commands. Myself, I probably use 5 or 10, but it's out there if you need it. And this Lincoln MKZ is equipped with the panoramic moonroof. An amazing feature that just brings a lot of light into the vehicle, especially when you have a dark leather interior like this. Okay guys, that was the 2017 Lincoln MKZ with the 3-liter twin turbo EcoBoost engine. I was pleasantly surprised by this car. It actually lived up to and also exceeded my expectations of the driving feel, especially the suspension and the way that it handled in corners. Not to talk about the straight line performance. I mean, it is a very, very nice car to drive. You can feel that it has 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. So I think Lincoln has done a perfect combination of performance and luxury sedan feel. Now let me know what you guys think of the 2017 Lincoln MKZ in the comments section below. And once again, I want to extend a special thank you to South Hills Lincoln of Pittsburgh. If you live in the area, make sure that you check out their inventory if you're in the market for a Lincoln. All their contact information will be found in the description box below. If this is your first time visiting the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye-bye.